Hey, how's it going, everybody? Moonman here. Just doing a quick rundown. I know a lot of people don't know how to market BSC or Ethereum tokens, and so I decided to make a video that would kind of help with that. It might be a little boring, but please stay tuned. If you know of me, you know I'm an experienced marketer. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. I've worked Shinja, NFT Music Stream, Elk Finance, Hedge Finance, just tons of other projects. Um, so basically, this is just how I feel about marketing. So basically, you don't want to like put all your marketing in one spot. You don't only want to market on Twitter. You don't only want to market on Telegram. You don't want to only market on Reddit. So here's a few places I like to trend. So number one is Twitter. Your Twitter is the most important part because a lot of people use Twitter to find tokens. So my personal experience, I would say you're going to want to do at least 3 to 4 uh, posts a week. Most people recommend 1 to 2 a day. You get away with 3 to 4, but you want to keep it updated. If you have a new partnership or if you have a new, if your staking's going live or whatever it is that's going live, um, you want to announce that on Twitter, and Facebook and whatever place you do. You just want to update everybody because there's some people who don't use Telegram. So you want to make sure your stuff is all on your Twitter. So that's just kind of the basics. I'm a huge heavy on projects using Twitter. Now, if you're an NFT project, Instagram is more your niche. Seems like a lot more artists are on Instagram than they're on Twitter, but you want to have both. If you're just a normal basic token, um, I wouldn't really mess with Instagram. It's kind of a waste of time, but it is important if you are a NFT project. Okay, so first place I really like to go is Reddit CMS. So I'm already clicked on this one. So basically, it's CMS. You just go through, or people come in here and they're like, "Oh, like this is today's trending one, 2 hours ago." And so the way your CMS looks is very important. Like this, pretty basic, gives a rundown of what it is, links Telegram website, contract. What I like to see is I like to see when the chart is linked, if it's out, and you want your Twitter and stuff on there too if you have a Twitter, which you should have a Twitter if you're a project. Um, and I'll be doing more tutorials on how to make your stuff look beefier and how to actually draw in more investors and stuff like that. This is just kind of a quick rundown. So yeah, Reddit pretty good. Not the best engagement. One thing I would recommend is using Bitly links. It's Bitly, which is like bit.ly, and what it does is it tracks your click ratio. So the problem with CMS is they don't allow you to put Bitly links, so you cannot have a Bitly link anywhere on here. So you cannot actually track the actual engagement. That being said, you can do polls on Telegram and stuff like that to see where you're following or where your people are coming from. So good website. Everyone knows about CMS. My company actually does offer this. We can get you trending number one. Um, but there's hundreds of other people that do that. So if you don't feel like using me, you can use anybody. Another one is Coin Sniper. So I wasn't a big fan of this place. You also cannot run Bitleys here, so you can't really check your actual engagement. That being said, I was doing an AMA and I had like 4 people jump in and they were like, "Hey, I found this on Coin Sniper. What is another good website to find tokens?" And I was like, "Damn, people actually use Coin Sniper." So that's cool. Means that we actually found. So if you're down here, it's not gonna matter. Like who the hell who the hell's gonna scroll down here to, like 75 votes? Boring. So you're just not gonna scroll down there. So you're gonna probably check number one, number two, or you're promoted. So you see you're promoted. You're like, okay, like Metasims. Click it. They got a lot of votes. Um, so these votes typically are not real. These, yeah, these are a little more believable. People probably are voting for these. But I've never seen a project get 41,000 organic views. That being said, you can bot them. I know a lot of people that bot them. I actually have my own bots that I use with my company to make sure that you can trend number one. Same with CMS. It's just more appealing, So you want to go on if you go to all time. I mean, the all time high is just ridiculous. Like that's way too many. You don't need that. Typically, you're going to need about 40 to 50K a day. So if you want to be number one, you can hire someone that can trend you. They can do 42K and automatically you're above this person. Another good thing here is banner ads. Not these banner ads. These are kind of boring with these right here. The bottom ones, they're annoying, but they make you click. Another thing that this place doesn't really promote, but they do for Telegram, they do push notifications. So if you have notifications on your computer and you accidentally click to allow this place to send push notifications, they will send you push notifications randomly. And it's just we were able to do a Bitly on that, and I think it produced like 450 clicks, which is ridiculous. It's an insane amount, especially for this. I mean, it's only like $400, so your click ratio is amazing. Um, this is for BSC only. Watcher Grew, just kind of the same thing. Good website. 62,000. So if you see second place, only 12. So I mean, honestly, if you don't want to be number one, you'd be number two. But as Ricky Bobby always says, if you're not number one, you're last. So yeah, if I was a project, I would push to be 63K just to beat them. But if you didn't care, you just wanted to be number two, you could do 13K and you'd be second place. So I mean, it's really up to you. You can do the promoted section. As you see, Santa Floki was all over the place. Good marketing, like they have banner ads here. I think they had a banner ad here. No, they're just promoted here. So that's good though. They're trending. So that's what you want to look for. I mean, I'm sure if I go to PooCoin, they're on there too. So just it's eye catching. These people go to these websites to find their tokens. I've heard a lot of people use this website to go find tokens, and they're like, okay, what's number one trending? Well, this one looks very appealing. 62,000 people like it. So when you click on the token, it gives you the basics, just blah blah blah. Here's my token, website, Telegram chart, all that. Pretty cool. So yeah, when it comes to Twitter, I don't think I have anyone up front. When it comes to Twitter, you can hire some influencers. I will say most engagement is fake. That's part of my company. I own Moonman Galaxy Agency. What we do is we go through and we vet all influencers. So if you do decide to hire the company, we do go through and we vet everybody. We run Bitly links and stuff like that. So there's some big influencers, and I'm not going to name drop because I don't want to like cause any FUD or anything like that. But they're pretty big, and they charge like 2 to 3 BNB just for a post. And so I ran Bitly's on them because the team was like, yeah, let's do it. So we ran Bitly's, and they produced like 12 clicks. If you're spending upwards to $900 to $1,200 and you're only producing 12 clicks, shame on you. So Bitly is very important because you know who to hire, who not to hire. If you decide that you want to hire this person, and they're $200, and you're kind of leery, and you hire them, and their Bitly produces 70 clicks, and then you hire this guy for 3 BNB, and his produces 12 clicks. Well, now like the first guy was cheaper and better. So for their project, hire him again. Blah blah. Pretty simple. So that's just kind of the basics. I'm going to be making a part 2 probably because I don't want this to be super long. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple to market. Now, of course, I own a marketing agency, so if you ever just want to hire somebody, you could hire me. This is where I specialize. But yeah, again with Twitter, as you can see, my Twitter is not really that big. These are just people who follow me from like projects I've marketed in the past. That's kind of my thing, is I just do marketing, and then people follow me because they like my work. But I'm not much of an influencer. So there's Twitter, Telegram. Oh, let me get into Telegram. So Telegram's a really good place for coins, not so much for NFTs. You can still promote your NFTs there, but they're kind of hit or miss, Um, so there's a few Telegrams that I would suggest, but I don't want to name drop. But here's a few that I know work. You can do Caesar. I think it's Caesar Apes. He's more of a BSC promoter, but he does do some Ethereum. You got Soli Seals. That dude's an insane, amazing person. Really good community. You got Venom, God Calls, a few others that I'm probably skipping over. So yeah, I mean, there's tons of people to find, but the problem is there's so many scammers in this space that you might hire 100 people and only 15 of them produce. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. When they start a project, they think, oh, marketing's super easy. And then they spend a bunch of marketing money and they don't move. And then they run out of marketing money. And then their project doesn't go anywhere. And then they're like, what the hell? Like, we got scammed. And so that's where I come into play. I've been doing this. I've worked probably over 100 projects now. I should probably update this. I come in and I vet everybody. I do really deep dives into their influences. I look through their community. I look how much engagement is real, how much is fake. I run Bitly links. I get to know the people. I've made a lot of connections over the years. So yeah, it's just really, really important that like you know what you're doing when it comes to this. Vetting is your game changer. I worked for a project one time, and their budget was like 100 BNB or 150 BNB, and it did amazing. But before they hired me, they already wasted like 30 BNB. So when they hired me, they were like, "Dude, like we don't know what we're doing. We keep wasting money." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like just do this." And I taught them all how to vet. And they were like, "That's so crazy how easy that is." And I was like, "Yeah, like you just look for this, this, and this." And same thing with you can vet YouTube, you can vet Telegram, you can vet Instagram, you can vet anything really. Um, so, anyways, that's kind of the thing. It's just like we ended up we wrote down they were hello sorry tongue twisted. I went through their entire marketing list, um, and I weeded out probably like 55 people or 60 people, and we calculated and it was like almost like 78 BNB that we saved by not hiring those guys. And it's because I've used those guys, I've known those guys, and they suck. And so um, we hired the good guys, and I think after the budget, we still had like 55 BNB left, which we were able to put into after launch marketing, which is pretty cool. So yeah, very important. And I will say, marketing Ethereum is a little harder than marketing BSC. BSC is pretty cut and dry, but BSC tokens don't do as well as Ethereum tokens because of the community you keep. I can do a video on that as well, but this is just kind of a marketing video to give you kind of a quick estimate, or not estimate, but like just a quick idea of what to do. I do highly suggest trending on CoinSniper, Watch Your Guru, Reddit, which again I offer all these services if you can't figure them out. I'll be a lot cheaper than most people. Um, like I said, I've been doing this for a while, so I have some pretty good connections. But if you want to do it on your own, to save some expenses, because I know I'm not the cheapest marketer, but I am one of the best. These are just a few things that you could do to improve your game. Telegram is pretty simple. I'll show you how a vetting video pretty soon, just explaining how to do all this a little better, but this is just kind of a quick rundown. So yeah, anyways, thanks guys. I appreciate you listening, and feel free to shoot me DMs on Telegram or anywhere else, and I'll get back to you. My email and my Twitter, which my Twitter's right here at moonmancoles.com if you want to check me out. Um, anyways, thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe if you want to. But I'm mainly just using this YouTube to teach people, but if you want to subscribe to learn more, that'd be cool. Anyways, have a great day, guys. It was a pleasure having you here listening. Take care.